First of all, Dan Dickerson, baseball is back. It's a warm-up in more ways than one because it's 70 degrees and sunny. You got a first-timer at spring training. I couldn't be happier.
Oh, I was really getting worried about where the season might be going or not going, so I'm so happy to be here. And it's going to be fascinating to compress what would be normally 6 weeks into a little over 3 weeks and get this season started. I can't wait.
This is day 3 for the Tigers. What have you seen so far on these beautiful fields here in Florida?
I just love watching the work because, every year you're doing these drills to get started. But I love the way that A.J. Hinch taught these guys how to prepare last year. He talked about it a lot, but as he put it at one point, we got them from hoping to go out there and play hard to going out expecting to win every day. That's a big difference between play hard and, no, our expectation is to win. Well, how do we do that with our preparation? So I love watching how they prepare. And just, the simple little drills. But now I know I'm maybe looking at them with a little more of a practice eye because of all we learned from A.J. last year. I love every piece of it. So I just think there's more talent here. The kids who were good last year are going to get better, and that's everybody from Hill and Badu to Mize and Manning and Scooble, and then, Torque and Green. There's a young core to go with the veterans that they added, so I can't wait to see. If A.J. Hinch got 77 wins out of that team last year with the talent that he had, I wouldn't put any upside on what might happen this year.
Ooh, now I'm even more excited. What do you see from Miguel Cabrera? Second to last year of this contract, he's joking with the guys. It seems like he's really loose.
Oh yeah, that's Miguel, and I think that's the thing that I've really come to understand with Miguel. I'm a numbers guy. We know what the numbers say. He's not the hitter he once was in terms of overall production. There is still great value to having Miguel Cabrera on the team. From what you just talked about, that ability to encourage the younger guys, say something to them, just maybe a word or two that lifts them up. But he has a ripple effect with his big personality, and still watching Miguel Cabrera as he prepares to go out every day, and maybe doesn't do it at the same level, but how he prepares, that rubs off on
invaluable to young guys.
It's invaluable. There's absolutely great value to having him on this team, and you see it both on and off the field.
He said he wants Torkelson to be at first base.
I know, and that's the other thing. AJ really took care of him last year in terms of that communication. How often are you going to play? I've got this laid out for this week. What do you think? Because he's earned that. And now Miguel, because of that, I think Miguel's like, okay, whatever is best for the team, that's how often I'll play at first this year. Cool. Because I think he really wanted to be out there a certain number of games, and now he sees torque. He sees what he might add. He sees that it might help him get back to the postseason. So yeah, and that's Miguel Cabrera.
Okay, what piece do they need to add? I heard a little birdie told me that Avila was working the phone.
Well, and it's interesting talking with Al and some of the front office people. The things that you're trying to do now in these 3 weeks, whether it's a trade or whether it's trying to sign a free agent, those are things that would take weeks in the offseason because you have weeks and months to get ready to put that roster together. So you can't really speed up that process sometimes, right? Trade talks go on and you lay the groundwork and it goes back and forth for a while. Or the medical reports for a free agent. Sometimes, this team might not like the medical and you do, so you're number 2, so you have to wait. So believe me, they did all their homework and laid the groundwork for all the phone calls they're making, but I think it's just sometimes for the guy you want, it might take a little bit of time. You have to see what that market is. But I do think they're going to target a bullpen arm or 2. And I think A.J. knows how to build a bullpen, believe me, cheap.
I feel like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, but he's been watching to see what guys can they maybe add cheap that can build the bullpen and add some depth. And everybody they add will fall into that category. And then, I don't know, is there a starting pitcher out there that's affordable? I just don't get a feel for the market yet. A Michael Pineda or a Tyler Anderson. But I think they'll try to, there's no question they're trying. It's a matter of whether it can all come together in 3 weeks with either a trade or a free agent.
Okay, how about something fun to end here for the people of Detroit? Can you give me 2 sentences? Tell the story of what you're seeing. Hey, baseball fans are in Lakeland. Do it. You hold this. Do something fun.
All right, so we are watching, you have dog days of spring training sometime, but this is going to be very compressed. So everything's a little faster right now. So you're seeing some live BP right now. You're seeing actually regular batting practice, so that you got the coach standing behind the L screen, throwing batting practice. This is where guys get to show off their power. This is where Dylan Dingler hit that building over there to the right of the center field blue wall on 2 hops yesterday with a home run. So this is when you get to see guys let it out a little bit, and then we'll have live BP coming up a little bit later on, and that's where it's more of a game situation where fans can, you can come on out, you can see pitchers pitching to hitters, but everything again is going to be heightened this year in terms of how important these sessions are, because they're trying to make judgments on a very limited number of at-bats and or live BP and or the infield that they take.
You're so comfortable holding this microphone. It's like you're a veteran. It's so great to talk to you in Florida. Tiger baseball is back. High five.
Good having you down here.
Thank you. Thanks.